Okay guys, I'm starting the build for the quail cage. This is going to house the quail that we are going to be harvesting and our breeder quail. It's going to be split, the ones that we're going to eat on one side and the breeders on the other side. And all I did was build a frame and put my wire on top of it. And you'll see later on, I'll keep going and showing you how we're going to do this. Alright, here we are a little farther along. You see I took both frames that we got the wire on and I came up to 24 inches because that's how wide our next roll of wire is for the sides. And we're going to put this down both sides after I make our place in here for splitting up the two cages. We're going to make the breeder side a lot smaller than what we're going to do for the meat ones. Alright, we'll go a little farther and we'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, we're a little farther along. We got the screen up here, the hardware cloth. The bottom's done, this is done. This is going to be their entrance into their little hole. This is where we're going to have the ones that we're breeding. These are going to be the breeding ones. And these are going to be the ones that we are raising for meat. And if you come around here, we can show you this is what it's going to look like. We're going to put screen on the back, and then we got vinyl siding we're going to put on that and on the top so that it's nice and enclosed. Here on each side we're going to have doors. We're going to have a door that hinges out this way and a door that hinges out this way. So you can access both sides, but you don't have to open the whole thing and then try to get in here and then try to get in there. This here is where the roof is going to be. This is going to be probably about that high off the ground, so it's going to be raised up. The roof is going to go on an angle this way, in there, and then we're going to build a frame around it for the. And we've got some vinyl siding here that we're going to use for the roof to keep the water off of the chickens, or not the chickens, but keep the water off of the quail. And the reason I've got it raised so high, instead of putting the roof right down on this, we're in Florida and it gets hot here. So what we want to do is keep the roof above the quail so that if this heats up from the sun, they're not getting baked inside. There's airflow between the roof and the pen. But we're going to have a large overhang on each side of it. Alright, when we get a little more done, we'll shoot some more video. Alright, here we are. We're a little farther along in our construction. We got the hardware cloth behind or on the back side, and then we also put the skirting on so that it can breathe. Because we are in Florida down here and it gets hot, so we want airflow. Plus it also give them enough protection with some hay in here for in the winters, as little as cold as it gets, it'll, you know, they'll still be able to stay warm. And we've got the same thing over here. Now on top, we got vinyl siding that we put on the top to give it a little extra rain resistance. And then here we still got to build our bigger roof. It'll have an overhang all the way around it, so it'll keep most of the rain out of the pen, and it'll keep all the rain out of here. Here we are. We got the doors put on one side. You can see I just did a simple wood frame with wire mesh on the side of it, hinges, and a hook latch. We put the latch up here because this wood was a little warped. It's been sitting out a while. We try to reuse and repurpose everything we can. So we put the latch up higher just to kind of hold this in because it was kind of warping out a little bit. We did the exact same thing here on this side, but we put a piece of the skirting here. So if you open it up, they got a nice little box to hide in. We'll put their sand bath in there too, a little sandbox for them. This side opens up where we can reach in and collect the eggs. And there's their little hole to get in and out of their house. Now when it's cold, we'll put some hay in the bottom of this too. And it'll be easy just to reach in and clean out the hay whenever it warms up again. So now we got to go put the doors on the other side. All right, guys, we've put the doors on this side. You can see this is where the quail that we're going to be raising for harvesting for the meat. And we got them a nice little hiding spot over here too. And we'll be putting a dust bath in there for them. And if it's cold, we'll put hay in there, but by the time we have some hatched, it's probably not going to be cold anymore. So now we're going to move this into the chicken pen over top of the compost pile, and then we're going to build the roof on it in place, because this is going to add a lot of weight to it, and we want to carry it while it's still a little lighter. All right, here we are in the chicken pen. The guineas are being really loud, so I got to talk a little bit here. I put these boards on here, I leveled them up. They're level this way and this way. So we got a nice level pen here above the compost pile. And I fastened these to it, then I screwed these down. So we got a pretty solid pen for them here. Now we're going to build the roof on this. Okay guys, here we are. We got the quail pen up on here, and we got the roof framed out. So now all we're going to do is we're going to put this siding up on the top of it for the roof, just to keep the rain and everything and the weather and the sun from beating down on the quail. We're going to get started. When we're finished, we'll do another video, quick video. All right, guys, we got the roof on. That should keep them nice and dry. And now we're going to put some posts in the ground just to shore it up a little bit so it don't wiggle so much. And we'll be ready to load the quail in. We're all complete. The quail are in. You can see one of them's outside here. They're checking out their new digs. Come around here, we can see the other ones. They're already in the sand taking sand baths. Yeah, they got sand spread everywhere. All right. Well, that wasn't hard. It was actually a really fun little project.
Go back in?
Yep.
I'm going in the hole.
So, it should keep them safe and dry, and we should get some extra compost or some extra nitrogen down here into the compost. All right, remember, it's not that hard to grow something for your family, even eggs and quail.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and grow something for your family.